The Galactic Empire loomed in the cold darkness of space, a colossal force with a fleet of advanced warships that sparkled like stars. These ships were not just ordinary vessels, they were equipped with the latest cloaking devices and sophisticated AI systems that allowed them to move undetected. The Empire's commanders believed themselves invincible, convinced that their technology made them superior to any species they encountered. Among them was Commander Zarek, a ruthless leader with a reputation for his cunning strategies and merciless tactics. He stood before his assembled troops, a mix of alien soldiers from various planets, all eager to prove their strength. "Look at that blue dot," Zarek proclaimed, pointing at Earth through the large viewing screen. "A pathetic planet filled with primitive beings. They have nothing that can challenge us. We will crush them under our boots and take what is rightfully ours. Today we set forth to eliminate humanity once and for all." His voice boomed with confidence, and the crowd erupted into cheers, their belief in their superiority unwavering. They saw Earth as nothing more than an insignificant rock, unaware of the strength and determination that lay within its inhabitants. Meanwhile, on Earth, the atmosphere was tense but hopeful. Dr. Elena Foster, a brilliant scientist working at a top-secret military facility, was tirelessly analyzing data late into the night. She had been tracking unusual signals for weeks, convinced they were of great importance. As she sifted through lines of code on her screen, her heart raced. Finally, she deciphered the hidden message. The Galactic Empire was planning an attack on Earth, a plan to wipe out humanity without hesitation. Alarmed, Dr. Foster sprinted down the sterile hallways of the facility, her mind racing with the implications of her discovery. She knew she had to warn someone, and there was only one person she could trust, Captain Alex Thompson, the leader of Earth's defense forces. As she burst into his office, breathless and frantic, she quickly explained the situation. "Captain, we're in danger! The Empire is coming for us!" Captain Thompson looked up from his desk, his expression shifting from curiosity to concern as he listened to Elena's words. He had always respected her intelligence, and the urgency in her voice sent chills down his spine. "Are you sure about this?" he asked, trying to grasp the enormity of what she was saying. "Yes! We have to prepare our defenses immediately," she insisted, her eyes wide with fear. Just then, the blaring alarms echoed through the facility, drowning out their conversation. An emergency alert flashed across the monitors. "Imperial ships detected. Attack imminent." Panic surged through the room as Thompson grabbed a communicator. "All units, report to battle stations. We're under attack!" He turned to Elena, determination burning in his eyes. "We need to protect the colonies. They can't be caught off guard." As the captain coordinated the defense efforts, the Empire's ships descended upon Earth with ruthless precision. The first targets were peaceful human colonies, places where families lived unaware of the impending doom. The sleek ships unleashed their devastating weaponry, turning vibrant settlements into rubble in moments. Screams filled the air as chaos erupted, and the harsh reality of the Empire's might became evident. In the midst of this turmoil, Captain Thompson felt a deep sense of dread. His younger brother Daniel lived in one of the colonies that were now under attack. Memories of playing together as children flooded his mind, fueling his urgency to fight back. "I have to save him," Thompson thought, determination setting in. The thought of losing his brother pushed him to rally his forces, knowing that they were humanity's last hope against this overwhelming threat. As he strategized with his team, the urgency of the situation weighed heavily on him. This was not just a mission, it was a fight for survival. Thompson knew that if they were to stand a chance against the Empire, they had to band together and unleash the full potential of humanity's spirit. The stage was set for an epic confrontation, where humanity would face its greatest challenge yet. The Empire had made a grave mistake underestimating them, and now, as the attack unfolded, the fate of Earth hung in the balance. Captain Thompson and his team were ready to rise to the occasion, determined to protect their home and prove that even the smallest species could unleash a force that could shake the foundations of the galaxy. With the sounds of chaos still echoing in his ears, Captain Alex Thompson knew time was of the essence. He quickly called a meeting in the war room, gathering a diverse group of soldiers, scientists, and strategists, including Dr. Elena Foster. The atmosphere was heavy with fear and uncertainty, but there was also a flicker of hope. The team was a mix of experienced military personnel and brilliant minds, each bringing their unique skills to the table. "Listen up, everyone," Thompson began, his voice steady and commanding. "We have to act quickly. The Empire thinks we're weak, but we're not. We are resilient, and together we can fight back." He paced back and forth, energizing the group with his confidence. The soldiers nodded, but some higher-ups in the room wore expressions of doubt. "Captain, with their advanced technology, how can we possibly stand a chance?" one senior officer questioned, crossing his arms. "Our resources are limited. We're not equipped for a full-scale war against the Galactic Empire." Thompson faced the officer directly. "I understand your concerns, but we have something they don't: our creativity and our will to protect our home. We can use experimental technology to turn the tide." He turned to Dr. Foster, who had been studying the Empire's tactics. "Elena, what do we have?" Dr. Foster quickly outlined their options. "We can deploy AI-enhanced drones to scout enemy positions and gather intelligence. Additionally, we have cloaking devices that can make our ships invisible for short periods. If we time it right, we can launch a surprise counterattack." Excitement began to ripple through the room as the soldiers realized the potential of these strategies. Inspired, they set to work, each team member focusing on their tasks with renewed energy. They modified their ships and equipped them with the new technology, creating a plan that felt achievable. As they prepared for their first mission, they encountered a small enemy scouting party on the outskirts of their territory. "This is our chance," Thompson shouted. "Let's show them what we can do." The team launched into action, piloting their cloaked ships towards the enemy. The battle began with a fierce exchange of fire, blaster beams lighting up the darkened sky. Despite being outnumbered, Earth's forces fought bravely, utilizing their innovative strategies. The AI drones darted through the enemy lines, relaying crucial information and helping the soldiers target the scouts effectively. With teamwork and determination, they managed to take down the enemy ships one by one, showcasing their skill and resourcefulness. The tension was palpable, but every victory boosted their morale. They had proven that even against overwhelming odds, humanity could rise to the challenge. As the last enemy ship exploded in a fiery blaze, cheers erupted among the troops and hope ignited in their hearts. This small victory reminded everyone that the fight for Earth had just begun, and they were ready to face whatever came next. The time had come for the Galactic Empire to unleash its full might. A massive fleet of advanced warships, gleaming with menace, surged toward Earth, ready to crush the human resistance. Captain Alex Thompson stood at the helm of his modified ship, the Defender, alongside Dr. Elena Foster and his loyal team. They had worked tirelessly to prepare for this moment, equipping their ships with cloaking devices and advanced weaponry. As the Empire's forces approached, Thompson felt a mix of dread and determination. "Now is our chance," he declared, rallying his crew. "We need to strike hard and fast before they can overwhelm us." The team activated their cloaking devices, rendering their ships nearly invisible as they maneuvered into position. The plan was to ambush the Empire's forces, catching them off guard in the chaos of battle. As the first wave of Empire ships entered range, Thompson shouted, "Engage!" The Defender and the rest of the fleet sprang into action, unleashing a torrent of firepower. Missiles soared through the void, striking enemy ships with deadly precision. The sound of explosions echoed in the cold silence of space as the battle erupted into a stunning display of lights and destruction. However, the battle took a brutal turn as the Empire responded with relentless force. Waves of warships surged forward, their weapons firing mercilessly. In the midst of the chaos, Sergeant Bonner, a beloved member of Thompson's crew, stood bravely at his post. He had always been a source of inspiration, sharing stories of his family and dreams of a peaceful future. As the battle raged, Thompson caught glimpses of Bonner's flashbacks, moments of joy with his children and the love he held for his wife. These memories served as a poignant reminder of what they were fighting for. But tragedy struck when Bonner's ship was hit during a fierce exchange of fire. Thompson watched helplessly as the explosion consumed the vessel and his heart sank. The loss was profound, and a heavy silence fell over the crew. They had lost a hero, a friend. "Stay strong!" Thompson urged, feeling the weight of grief press upon them. "We fight for Bonner. We fight for our families." The team, inspired by Bonner's bravery, pushed forward, refusing to let despair take hold. The visuals of the battle were stunning yet horrifying. Orbital bombardments lit up the sky as the Empire unleashed their destructive power on Earth. Massive plumes of fire erupted as buildings crumbled and ships exploded. The chaos intensified, with close-quarters combat breaking out between enemy boarding parties and human defenders on the surface. As the Empire's flagship loomed closer, a sense of desperation settled over the team. They knew they had to take it down to stand a chance against the invasion. "We must stop that flagship!" Thompson shouted, determination etched on his face. With renewed purpose, they rallied their forces for one final assault, ready to give everything they had left. This was not just a battle, it was a turning point in their fight for survival. The fate of Earth hung in the balance, and they were prepared to face whatever came next. As the remnants of Captain Alex Thompson's fleet regrouped, the atmosphere was tense with anticipation. The fate of humanity depended on their next move. Thompson gathered his team one last time, determination shining in his eyes. "We're going to infiltrate the Empire's flagship and disable its main weapon systems," he declared. "This is our final assault. We either win today or lose everything." With a plan in place, Thompson and his team set off towards the massive Empire warship, cloaking devices activated. They navigated through the chaos of battle, using high-tech gadgets to bypass enemy security systems. As they approached the flagship, a mixture of fear and excitement coursed through them. This was it, their chance to strike at the heart of the Empire. Once aboard the flagship, they quickly encountered heavy resistance. Elite guards trained to protect the flagship blocked their path. The team sprang into action, engaging in fierce hand-to-hand combat. Thompson fought with everything he had, using his training to take down one guard after another. The sound of clashing fists and metal echoed through the hallways as they pushed deeper into the ship. Amidst the chaos, the stakes rose higher. Thompson's heart raced as he realized they were nearing the command center, where Zarek, the ruthless commander of the Empire, awaited. Zarek was a formidable opponent, known for his strategic brilliance and cruelty. As they burst into the command room, the tension reached a boiling point. Zarek stood confidently, a cruel smile on his face. "Did you really think you could defeat the Galactic Empire?" Zarek taunted, drawing his weapon. "You are nothing but insects to be crushed." The two leaders faced off, each knowing this fight would determine the fate of their people. They engaged in a brutal duel, trading blows and grappling for dominance. Thompson felt the weight of his fallen comrades on his shoulders, especially Bonner's memory fueling his rage. He fought not just for himself, but for every life that had been lost in this battle. Just when it seemed Zarek had the upper hand, a sudden twist occurred. Elysium, the advanced AI created by humans to assist in the battle, activated an unexpected strategy. The ship's systems began to shift, altering the environment to gain an advantage for Thompson's team. Energy fields flickered and walls began to shift, creating barriers that trapped Zarek's elite guards. With the odds now tilted in their favor, Thompson seized the moment. He launched a final attack, channeling all his strength into one decisive blow. The confrontation reached a climactic peak as Zarek staggered back, disbelief etched across his face. "Humans are not to be underestimated," Thompson shouted, his voice echoing in the command center. With Zarek defeated, hope surged through the team. They quickly worked to disable the flagship's weapon systems, knowing they had turned the tide in the battle for humanity's survival. The fate of Earth now rested on their shoulders, and they were determined to win. As the dust settled and the stars twinkled above, the remnants of the Galactic Empire's flagship drifted into the void, a smoking husk of its former glory. Captain Alex Thompson stood on the bridge of the Defender, looking out at the chaos of battle. The remaining Empire forces were in disarray, retreating and scattered. Humanity had emerged victorious against a seemingly unstoppable foe. A wave of relief washed over him, but it was mixed with deep sadness. Thompson thought of Sergeant Bonner, who had bravely fought and ultimately sacrificed himself for this moment. The memory of Bonner's laughter and stories filled Thompson's mind. He had fought not just for victory, but for the future of their families and loved ones. "We did it, Bonner," Thompson whispered, feeling a sense of honor and grief. He knew they had won, but the cost had been heavy. Gathering his remaining crew, Thompson expressed his gratitude. "We've shown the galaxy what humanity is capable of. We may be small, but our spirit is unbreakable," he said. The team shared a moment of silence for those they had lost, reflecting on their sacrifices. Each of them had contributed to this victory, overcoming incredible odds through teamwork and innovation. They had fought not only for survival, but for the very essence of humanity. But even in victory, Thompson understood that the battle was not truly over. In the shadows of the battlefield, Commander Zarek's surviving crew regrouped, determined and seething with anger. They had seen their leader defeated, but they were vowing to return stronger and more ruthless. The fight was far from finished. Zarek would not forget this humiliation, and he would seek revenge against humanity. The screen in the command room displayed a live feed of the fleeing Empire ships. "They'll be back," Thompson said, his brow furrowed in thought. "We need to prepare for whatever comes next." As the crew shared their victories and losses, Thompson reminded them of the lessons learned through their struggles. He spoke of unity and resilience in the face of adversity. "We must believe in ourselves and in each other," he urged. "Together, we are strong enough to face any challenge. This victory is just the beginning of our journey." The story closed with a powerful message about the importance of hope and perseverance. In a universe filled with threats, humanity had proven its strength, showing that even the smallest of beings could stand against great powers. As the stars twinkled above Earth, a sense of new beginnings filled the air. They had faced darkness and emerged victorious, but they would always remember the sacrifices that had paved the way for their future. And so the tale of humanity's resilience continued, echoing through the galaxy, a reminder that when united, they could conquer any challenge that lay ahead, no matter how daunting.